My absolute favorite brand image to capture when I'm working with makers, artists, designers is the overhead perspective. And I wanted to show you how you can do this yourself in your studio space so you can capture that everyday content that you need to keep engaging online and social media, bring people into your space. Why I love the overhead perspective is that it's a unique perspective, first off. So it's going to kind of stop people and be like, oh, what are they working on? Great for working shots, great for that process, lifestyle image, but you want your hands in frame. You're humanizing the content. People know that it's you. You are part of whether it's a time lapse or a photo, but you're overhead so you don't have to look at camera. You don't have to speak to camera. It's such a fun image to capture. And so I'm going to set up and do an overhead. I'm going to make a time lapse and I'm going to capture an image. And I'm going to use this tripod. I created a video on this breakdown of the tripod. What I liked is that I can bring this anywhere, but it gives you the flexibility to do an overhead perspective. All right, so let's set up and capture some content. With an overhead perspective and with this tripod, I'm going to hook this to the end of this table. Now, in the past, if I was just always wanted this setup, I had used this scissor arm in the past, which is great. This is for podcast mics, so it's really sturdy and can really be utilized on a lot of different tables because of this section, how it clips onto the table. So if I needed something in my studio space all the time, it was never going to move, this could be a good option. I'll link this down below if that's something that you need. But if you are always on the go, or if you need something that you want to travel with, whether you're at a market pop-up or you want to set something up, this is what I'm going to use today. Okay, so with this tripod, I'm going to open up this portion of it. When you open it up over to the side here, I'm going to extend this and clip it on. Now, when you extend this, it kind of tucks these two legs behind it so that you could, depending on what you are capturing, if you are really tight, you could have this tripod here with your phone clipped on top. And this really does counterbalance really well, and you can move it so that it's parallel. It's not dipping, it's pretty straight on. And you could be working here. So, okay, so you can see that if you're really tight and you're working on, let's say you work on an iPad and you want to do some detailed work, if this was a paintbrush, if this was a canvas, you can see that you're getting pretty tight. There I am. And if you wanted to get tighter, you could bring this down even more. But this is great because this gives you enough room when you're using it for social media. It gives you enough space around it that once it's cropped in, it'll be much tighter. But you can zoom in. So you can kind of see this perspective if you have something tighter in your creative space. Now, since I'm a photographer, I'm going to do a time lapse of me packing a bag. But you can see the bag is so big in perspective for where the camera is that I need it up higher. So I'm going to bring this up higher. And obviously that brings it over more. So this is still counterbalanced. I'm going to bring that over. It still could go up a little bit more. So I'm going to, if I bring this, I can just pivot so that it's still parallel. And now you can get the bag. I want to bring this up. So I'm just going to bring this up a little bit. Get it into the position so you can see that I'm getting the bag. And now I'm just going to angle this so that it's parallel, because if it's off, you'll see it. Okay. Okay, so if I have the bag open, you'll see inside the bag for the time lapse. All right, so I will position for time lapse for, packing up a bag. This could be all your materials for a live demonstration show, packing up for market, packing orders. This would work great. All right, so I'm going to make a time lapse of me packing everything up in here in this bag. So once I have this set up, I'm going to drag over to time lapse. So I'm going all the way to the end for the time lapse. Once I click time lapse, I'm just going to start adding things in. I'm going to hit time lapse. Now, you do not have to rush. You can pack things just as you would. If you go too fast, this is only going to be a couple seconds long. I'm going to add this here. Going to go over here and grab a bag. Not to worry. I'm going to put this bag in. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this in here. And I'm just going to close it. And then stop. Okay, so now I'm going to play it back. And there you go. There is a time lapse. I think that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to heart this one because that's the one. If I had to do it a couple times, I would go through the one that I like the best. I will heart it so then it'll be easier for me to find it when I want to go post to social media. Okay, so now let's take an image. So I'm going to slide over to photo. And maybe I want a picture of me putting my camera in. All right. So what we'll do is under photo, I just clicked on the word photo. I know I'm getting cut off here. I just clicked on the word photo. Here, let me back you up so I'm not. Okay, that's better. All right, I clicked on photo. Now you have lots of options, but we're going to click on timer. And now at the bottom you can see it's off, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. If you have to get into position, you want to have a longer period of time versus I'm right here, I can do 3 seconds and it could time. Now I'm just doing one hand, so technically I could just hit the button, but I want to show you if you wanted both. So I'm going to show both hands. Then I want the timer. So I'm going to do 3 seconds. I'm going to click the button and it's going to count down the 3 seconds. 2. Okay, there's the picture. Now let's review it. Okay, so my hands are probably a little too close together. I want some separation, so we're going to try that again. So I'm clicking on photo, clicking on timer. It's still on 3. I'm going to put this camera here, the camera body, and maybe I'm putting this into the case like this. So that's going to be the plan. Okay, then I'm going to click here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we'll look at that one. Okay, that's exactly what we were going for. So again, if this was you're creating art, you're packing up orders, maybe this is when you're putting the sticker or taping up a box or tying a bow on your products and you're packing up, that would be a great image. And you could pair it with a time lapse of maybe you packaging up 5 or 10 of those. So you can combine those together, you can use them individually, but that overhead perspective, once you add your hands to either one, you're humanizing your content. People are going to be curious. It's just something different than just a still image or a picture of you or any content that you may have posted in the past. It's just adding that different element. And this is such an easy setup, and you have images and content ready to go. If you have found this video helpful, I want to let you know about my Capture Content That Connects challenge. It's a Kickstart challenge for makers, artists, and designers to finally capture your everyday moments in your studio. We cover 3 other types of content that you could be capturing. You'll see me how I set up, how I capture it, edit, and then how to use it. I'm going to leave a link for you below or this QR code so you can go check it out yourself. I am passionate about makers, artists, and designers having the visuals for their business, whether it's a professional shoot from someone like me or capturing that everyday content that just makes your branding sing. Go check it out. And in the meantime, I'm going to leave this video on how to capture a fun lifestyle photo of you in your creative space. I'll see you there.